Feels like we're living in a pretty modern age where there's loads of cool places to go and ride your mountain bike.
Yeah, like bike parks, trail centres, but what if you're super bored of these things and you want to seek more adventure?
Or maybe do an end-to-end ride, or find some undiscovered secrets near to you. Well, we're going to show you how to do something I've been using a lot recently.
I'm pretty late to the party, so I'm going to jump on that late night bus for sure.
This is how to plan a ride using Komoot.
All right, Neil, before we get started, question. What is Komoot all about?
So it's online planning and navigation tech, so you can use their website or use their app on your phone to basically plan rides and find routes near you. Komoot are a partner here at GMBN, so we're going to use Komoot, but there are other online resources. But I'll talk you how to do it through on Komoot and some of their specific features as well. Firstly, why? Well, I tend to use a route planner for bigger cross-country rides. Also, I've been trying to get some miles in recently to improve my fitness after recovering from injury. And I've moved to a new area, so I'm keen to find all the trails.
Okay, so you spend a few minutes planning your route on your desktop, because I guess that would be a better place to do it.
Yeah, you can do it on the phone as well, but desktop is a richer way of doing it. You can really sort of get into the details of the ride.
Now, can I get that route straight to my Garmin or any computer on my bike?
Yeah, so you can sync it up. Everything's done pretty much wirelessly nowadays. Garmin, you can use the IQ feature, so on your phone, sends it straight over to your Garmin computer, and then basically you say ride that route, and it'll then give you sort of step-by-step navigation.
No way.
For some people, actually just planning the route on the desktop might be enough. It gives you like a fly through of the route, maybe if it's a smaller ride. But for bigger rides, I definitely like having it in front of me. None of these old school maps and compasses. It's all on the computer.
Modern technology.
You get the free download of a region as well, which means you don't use your data when doing it, so you can use it offline.
That's good.
Also, maybe you're out back and beyond where you don't have signal, so it still works.
Yeah, now you want to find inspiration to where you want to go ride. Now, I look at Instagram, Pinterest as well, randomly. Yeah. But you can get inspired from a few social media places to where to ride.
Komoot's good as well. It shows you some really cool routes on there and places other people have ridden. But first, back to the shed, I will talk you through how to plan a ride using Komoot. Okay, so I'm back in the shed to show you exactly how to use Komoot. You can use the phone app for planning routes, but I think it's much better to get yourself on a computer, use their web resource to do it. There's much more detail. I think you can really zoom in on the routes a little bit better so you can know exactly what you're riding. So follow me along and I'll do it on my computer. Okay, so let's move on to actually planning a route. Click on the route planner and plan your route. So of course you can choose either a one-way route or a round trip. This is a good part of the UK for riding, but I don't know it very well at all. So what I'm going to do is click on the map, say start here. That is the Quantox if I'm right. And then over here is Exmoor. Click over here and say, right, I want to set that as a destination. And now you can pick what you want to do. It's great for hiking, bike touring, road riding, anything like that, running. Mountain biking is over here, or alpine mountain biking is basically the more technical version. So if I choose that, there's my stats. Expects me to take 4.5 hours because I'm in good shape. You can click how good a shape you think you're in. It's 45 kilometers, so pretty decent ride, 1,200 meters of climbing. It's difficult, expert mountain bike ride, very good fitness required. This is really interesting part, down in the bottom left there, it tells you exactly what type of trail it is. So single track, 15k, path for 10k, road for 10k. You can see how that changes. So if I change that back to mountain biking, not mountain biking alpine, it's basically going to make it easier. You'll probably ride less single track, bit more fire road, that sort of thing. So let's stick it back on alpine. You see how the route changes, goes past the beach. Here's really good. So on this elevation, you can see how the highlight, so there it's red, means that it's super steep. So I'm going up 17%. And then underneath that, it says single track S1. So that is the European way of grading trails. SO, S1, fairly untechnical. When you go up to something like an S2, S3, S4, S5, it's getting more and more technical. So you can really delve into the trail and see how gnarly it's going to get. This one doesn't get any harder than S1 by the looks of it. So actually I can maybe start thinking about altering this route a little bit. Zooming it in and choosing a harder route. I actually find you can look it up on here, you can choose different types of map. Sometimes I use Komoot map, but actually I find Google Satellite is a great way of doing it for mountain biking especially. So let's get into these woods and see what's in here. Oh, look over there. Someone's added that trail, so that is going to be a highlight, I would have thought. Nice little feature as well. If you press M or Control M on your keyboard, it makes the blue line disappear, so you can see what's under there. If I zoom into this bit, oh, that bit looks like single track. That bit looks a little bit wider, more like fire road. But actually, what I want to do, because I can see that looks good, I'm going to click on that and say, oh look, I've got a picture over here. Holford Combe, should I say? Let's say include that en route, because that looks like fun. And you can see how it's changed my route a little bit. There's the highlight. And that bit of trail is single track S1. You can really start tweaking your route to try and find, oh, there's another one, there's more highlights here. So I can start adding or taking away these. Oh, there's a cafe over there as well. Might want to stick that in there. Wonder what it's going to do if I do that, because yeah, it changes the route quite a lot. But now I've got a couple of highlighted routes that someone's ridden and someone has said that is worthy of riding. So you can just basically keep an eye on your stats on the side and see how it changes things. What am I on now? It looks like it's suddenly got a lot more hilly. Yeah, I'm up to 1,380 meters of climbing now. That looks good to me. So the other option is to actually just pick up the route and drag it and move it over. You can see how that's changed it a little bit. The only thing that does is basically when you click start here and finish there and Komoot does the hard bit for you, it uses the algorithm to find the route that makes most sense. When you start dragging the route around, it doesn't necessarily do that anymore. So it's really cool to start tweaking it, but also making sure you're looking at the elevation profile to see if it makes sense. Basically, if you're going down, you know, a single track S1 rather than, and it's minus 10 degrees of incline, so 10 degrees down, then you're probably thinking that's going to be really good, 10% down, should I say. Whereas if you're going up a 17% piece of S4 single track, you're thinking actually that's probably going to be a hiker bike, that might not be the best. There's a nice way of sort of zooming into sections of the trail as well to give you another great idea of what to expect. So if I highlight it down here on the elevation profile, see I can do that bit and it's showing up on the map as well. And then it'll zoom it in. So now I can really sort of take the magnifying glass out and look what's going on. So that bit is off grid and it's steep up. So well, that's one bit we don't know what to expect. But here it's single track unpaved, 10%. 9% of climb, and that is approximately 1 hour and 45 minutes in, or 15k. So it's a really good way of knowing what to expect, but it also gives you that way surface information, and it's really interactive, so you can look at that elevation profile to see how it corresponds. So it helps you determine whether it's best to climb or descend that section. But you can see this is all climbing, that's path unpaved, 20%, so that's going to be pretty hard work actually. Also, you can see just before that bit of single track starts, so in the woods there, I've routed in a nice little detour there, because what is this? Horner Tea Rooms. There's a picture of a cup of tea and a scone. So myself and Blake are planning to stop there. Of course, it's good in Komoot to also find inspiration. So a really easy way to find a route is to look at what someone else has been doing. So if you want to look at my profile, find some good routes around the UK, Shropshire, Wales, on the southwest. I've done some. So you click on my routes, see my public routes, get on there, and basically it'll give you, all the stats. So how long it'll expect you to do it in. So 1 minute in 9 it took me. It's 10.7 kilometers. There's my average speed. There's meters up, meters down. Another great thing about Komoot is pioneers. So up in this top corner, click on pioneers. So these are people that are really active on Komoot, and you can search for different areas to find those people. Basically, they give loads of information. They highlight routes, highlight parts of routes, so you can really work out what might be the best place to go. They get upvoted by other people, and they score points basically being a really active contributor. So they're great people to follow and maybe find some inspiration there. You You can see who I'm following GMBN, so get over there as well, follow us there, and GCN, Sim Blake down there. You can see what they've been up to, where they've been riding. Okay, so that's how to plan the route back to the trail.
So that's it. Hit save tour, share it with your mates, invite them for the ride. You can then download the GPX file if you want, send it to your preferred software to then upload it to your computer. Or like we said earlier, you can use your Garmin IQ with Komoot. Boom, it's on there.
But if you don't have a bike computer, can you use your phone?
Yeah, absolutely you can. I guess the downside of that is they're just, well, it's your phone. Yeah. They're not very robust, maybe not waterproof, but also like the bike features of your bike computer is going to be better. So what I like is being able to scroll through the screen. So I've got my data there, my distance, time of day, etc. Then I've got my map so I can follow it. Then I've got elevation, and then a compass, and then my heart rate sort of graph. So just a bit more bike specific.
It is, yeah, it is.
Don't forget, if you've got a Komoot account, to follow us, GMBN. We've got our own personal ones as well.
We have.
But on GMBN, you can see what we've been up to. You can check out the Exmoor ride that we did for that Shimano video and come and do it yourself. Actually, I like following people.
I do like it. I'm actually newbie to it, so I'm doing it.
I'll get following because you can poach their rides and go and do some cool stuff.
You don't have to do all the planning, just use theirs.
Yeah, if you want to see the Shimano video from yesterday, over there for that one.
Don't forget to hit the globe to subscribe because you're missing out some rad stuff. Give us a thumbs up, like, and we see you at the next one. Neil, there's the cars. I'm cold.
I'm cold.